Imagine a place where creatures like the fearsome Kongamato and the kind-hearted Jengu are not just myths, but a vital part of Africa's rich cultural stories. We're about to dive into a world filled with magic and awe-inspiring legends, so buckle up for an unforgettable adventure. Tokelo. Let's start with the Tokelo. This little guy is a big deal in the folklore of the Zulu and Xhosa people in South Africa. A small, sneaky humanoid figure like a mischievous elf, Tokelo can be a real troublemaker, causing harm and bad luck. But in some stories, he's also seen as a protector of sacred spots. People often blame him for weird stuff that happens or use his story to scare kids into being good. Dingo. This creature comes from East African tales, especially around Lake Victoria. Imagine a monster mashup, part crocodile, part leopard, and part fish. The dingo is known for being super aggressive, hunting people and animals. Locals see it as a creature you want to avoid. Mbembe. This legend comes from the Pygmy tribes in the Congo Basin. It's said to be a giant creature living in the water, kind of like those long-necked dinosaurs. Mbembe is a bit of a mystery and a guardian of its territory. It's not often seen, but its presence is a big deal, bringing blessings or warnings to those nearby. Some see it as a protector, while others are pretty scared of it. Powa. Moving on to Powa from Swahili folklore in places like Zanzibar and Tanzania. Picture a shape-shifting, bat-like monster that loves to haunt people at night. Powa is famous for attacking folks and even causing demonic possession. It's often used to explain strange happenings and keep everyone in line. Mamiwada. Mamiwada is a beloved water spirit or goddess in many African countries, like Nigeria, Ghana, and Cameroon. She is stunning, with gorgeous hair and a fishtail. She's linked to water, fertility, and riches. She lives in rivers and seas, blessing her followers with good fortune. Also known for her healing powers, she can bring luck or misfortune. Gbahali. The Gbahali is a legend among the Mandinka people in places like Liberia and Gambia. A massive, scary beast that looks like a giant crocodile is known for being super strong and fierce. It's also seen as a protector of ancient secrets and holy places. People think of the Gbahali as a symbol of power. Some folks worship it, while others are totally terrified of it. Impundulu. Our next creature is the Impundulu, also known as the lightning bird. This one comes from Zulu stories in South Africa. Picture a huge bird that can call down thunderstorms and lightning. It's both a destroyer and a powerful force. The Impundulu can suck blood and control the weather. It's often linked to witchcraft, serving as a helper to witches and wizards. Amit. Next, we have Amit from ancient Egyptian myths. It has a crocodile head, a lion body, and the back end of a hippo. Amit's job is pretty dark. It devours the souls of the dead during the weighing of the heart ceremony. If your heart is heavy with bad deeds, Amit eats it, and your soul is doomed forever. Groot Slang. This legend comes from the San and Khoi people of South Africa. The Groot Slang is a huge snake that can change its shape. It represents both creation and destruction. This snake guards treasures in the Richtersveld Mountains and is a symbol of the dangers of greed and wanting too much. Yumos. The Yumos, or Yoruba fairies, are from Nigerian and West African Yoruba folklore. They're tiny, magical spirits living in the forests and fields. The Yumos are mostly friendly and playful, but they can also be tricky. They reward people who respect nature and play pranks on those who don't. They're seen as protectors of the natural world, and meeting them is both magical and a lesson in respecting nature. Ninkianka. We're now moving on to Ninkianka from Zulu and Xhosa folklore in South Africa. Imagine a massive serpent or dragon living in deep waters. The Ninkianka is known as a god of rain and fertility, but it can also be a force of destruction, causing storms and floods. Stories about Ninkianka remind us of nature's power and mystery. Kalanoro. Our next stop, Kalanoro from Madagascar. Picture a tiny monkey-like humanoid, covered in long hair with sharp little teeth. This little guy is super hard to find, and rarely seen by people. Some think that if you're lucky enough to see a Kalanoro, you'll get good luck. But others see them as pranksters, known for sneaking into homes to swipe food and stuff. Kongamato. Next, let's talk about Kongamato. This creature is part of Zambia and Congo folklore. Think of a massive bat-like beast with wings stretching 4 to 7 feet wide. Kongamato is scary stuff, seen as a bad omen and a hungry man-eater. The legends say stay away from its turf, as it's known to snatch people, especially those who get too close to where it lives or raises its young. Ninkianka. Moving on to Ninkianka, a mythical beast from West Africa, mainly in Gambia and Senegal. This one's like a dragon with a long snake-like body, a horse's head, and a giraffe's neck. Ninkianka is not friendly. It hangs out in swamps and thick forests, scaring anyone who dares enter its space. The story of Ninkianka is a warning. Don't go wandering into unknown, risky places. Jengu. Jengu from Cameroon comes next. This creature is from the Sawa people's folklore and looks like a stunning mermaid with beautiful long hair. Jengu is the nice kind, living in rivers and lakes, and is known to bring wealth, fertility, and good luck to those who respect it. Jengu is highly honored, showing how important water and nature are to humans in these cultures. Anansi. Anansi, the famous spider from Ashanti folklore in Ghana and other West African and Caribbean cultures, is up next. Anansi is super smart and crafty, always using his brains to outwit others. He's a mix of trickster and hero, bringing knowledge, stories, and cultural wisdom to people. Anansi's tales teach important life lessons. Kishi. Next, we have the Kishi from Angola. This creature is pretty creepy, like a vampire, but often appears as a hyena. Kishi is known for changing into a human to sneak into villages and hunt for its next meal, usually targeting kids or travelers. Sometimes linked to witches and dark magic, Kishi is a symbol of the danger of strangers and the importance of being careful. Buddha. Prepare to meet the Buddha from Morocco and North Africa. Imagine a creature that can morph into a hyena at night. The Buddha is known for its nasty habit of possessing people, making them do violent things, or practicing witchcraft. It's tied to all sorts of dark magic and spooky spirits. Mungwa. Next up is Mungwa from East African Swahili folklore. This creature is like a massive, angry cat, similar to a lion or a huge leopard. It's known for attacking and eating people and animals. Rare and terrifying, the Mungwa story is a caution against wandering into wild, unknown places. Ads. Now let's talk about Ads from Ghana and Togo. This creature is like a vampire that can turn into a firefly or a human. The Ads is known for drinking blood, especially from kids, and is linked to witchcraft. People are really scared of it and take steps to protect themselves. Asen Bosam. Asen Bosam from Ghana's Akan mythology is up next. Picture a vampire that lives in the forest, with iron teeth and hook-like feet. It hangs upside down from trees, ready to grab travelers and drink their blood. Asen Bosam is super strong and agile, making it a really scary creature. Its story is a warning about the dangers of going into the forest at night. Abada. Let's move to the Abada, also known as Emelantuka, from the Pygmy tribes in the Congo Basin. This creature is like a giant unicorn, living in deep, dense forests. It's very secretive and hard to find. The legend of the Abada adds mystery and excitement to the region's folklore, sparking stories of adventure and exploration. Igamuksa. Igamuksa from the Khoikhoi people in South Africa is next. Imagine a humanoid with eyes on its feet and backward-facing feet. It roams the deserts, and looking into its eyes can be deadly. The Igamuksa tale is a warning about the dangers of wandering aimlessly in the desert. Gagorib. Then there's Gagorib from the Sand people in southern Africa. It's a giant baboon-like creature, both respected and feared. Gagorib is seen as a protector of the wild and wildlife. The Sand believe it punishes those who harm animals or disrespect nature. The story of Gagorib teaches the importance of living in harmony with nature and respecting the balance of the ecosystem. Kianda. Kianda from the Luya people in Kenya. This water spirit is like a beautiful mermaid, associated with rivers and waterfalls. Kianda is kind and gives blessings to those who offer her gifts and respect her waters. She's seen as a guardian of the waters, helping fishermen and travelers. Kianda is also believed to have healing powers, providing comfort to the sick and tired. If you loved diving into African folklore, hit like, subscribe for more, and share your thoughts in the comments. Which creature fascinated you the most? Stay curious and keep exploring the wonders of mythology.